Hello, today I'm going to present a slightly different video because I won't be talking to you about Toogo. When we launched the Travel Tech and Us channel, we already had the ambition to open up topics about things that interest you as local operators. And today on top of that, it's the Christmas season, so I thought that if you want to invest, I'll suggest a few items that will be useful for improving your videos and your photos. Let's start with the first one. You might say it's obvious, but the phone is truly a tool for you. Honestly, nowadays, phones are capable of taking really beautiful pictures. The second item that I associate with the phone is a stabilizer, which you can find from different brands. It's a small device, really effective, and it will help you improve the quality of your videos. And I'll explain how. I've included a little box for you. You can see the camera set up directly. So you set up your stabilizer, imagine you're out in nature and so on, with an interesting frame. You'll be able to tell a story, make a short video about what you see. And the advantage is that this camera will follow you all the time, no matter how you move. So you'll be able to move around and talk about what you see around you. You can always maintain this quality of framing even when you're alone. No need for someone to hold the phone, and you're guaranteed smooth footage and good framing. It will follow you no matter the angles. So it's really something super interesting as a first use. The second advantage is the vlog aspect. I'm out in the field, I want to film myself. Well, no matter my position or how I move, I always have a well-framed, well-optimized shot. So really, I can talk about what I see around me. Of course, here I'm filming myself, so that's an advantage if you want to film yourself at some point. But of course, you can totally turn your camera around and go film what's in front of you. Here, in the examples I'm showing you, having the pole allows you to get above the crowd, to walk around, and to do so without those walking vibrations, or even to create cool little effects, like speeding up, or doing a time-lapse for sunsets. In short, there are plenty of things you can do. If you find this interesting, it's hard not to imagine it with the microphone I've set up here. I'm talking to you directly through the microphone. Here's an example. This is the DJI model. It really works just like the headphones you use with the little charging case. Here you have a charging case. Inside you have two microphones. You take one microphone and you'll ensure sound quality. And above all, you'll have consistent sound. Now you'll be able to compare. I no longer have the microphone on. I'm using my phone's sound. And of course, you'll immediately understand the logic. So the second item is the microphone. I find it super convenient, and as I was saying, it improves the overall quality of your image. You get better sound. If you're doing interviews, guides, or if you're telling a story or describing a place yourself, it's super important. Another advantage is that it's really simple. You have everything in your little case. You have two microphones. There's a small adapter that plugs into the computer via USB-C, just like I did here, on your phone. It's simple, really. It's native. As soon as you plug it in, it works. Now I'm going to talk to you about the third item we're interested in, which is the drone. I'm not going to make another technical video for you. I'm just going to give you a few arguments that might be useful for you. The first thing, you see this model. It's a 249-gram model. Why is that important? Because the lighter the drone, the less it falls under regulations. That means if you move to a heavier drone, you'll need to be careful. Do you need a license? What authorizations are required? If you're under 250 grams, then the regulations are much simpler. So I'd recommend sticking with a small model like this one. Here, this is the DJI Mini 4 Pro or 4 Pro. Gaining altitude really gives you an exceptional perspective to showcase the environment. It works everywhere, whether you're in the mountains or by the sea, instantly. It really makes the images and the landscape stand out. I also love doing this personally because it actually gives me a different perspective on what I'm seeing. The advantage of this model, starting from the 4 in the mini series, is that the camera here can flip and switch to vertical mode. Think about it, if you make a lot of videos for Instagram or TikTok, the vertical format is super relevant. Thanks to this camera that natively moves, you don't have to crop your image a lot, so that means you won't lose quality. Thanks to that, you keep an image with optimal quality. Simply the camera switches to vertical mode. One last tip about the drone. It's really nice to have the little accessory packs with a few extra batteries. Having just one battery can sometimes be frustrating, especially if you're out scouting locations. Here you have some extra batteries. With 3 batteries, that means you get a decent amount of flight time, nearly 60 minutes. And that's huge, 60 minutes, because you'll take off, shoot your shots, but you won't be in the air for hours. It's really about working on your shots. So it's really good to have extra batteries. Last item, the GoPro. It's not a regular GoPro, it's a GoPro 360. What is the advantage of this model? Well, the 360 is simply a device that films in all directions. You get the complete all-around image. So it's always used with a pole, meaning you'll attach the pole and move the camera away from yourself so you can get a shot of yourself and have some distance, allowing you to film everything. Another advantage is that the thickness of the camera allows you to attach a pole. That means the pole will disappear when you're filming. You won't see the pole. It's as if you have a little drone following you around every day, right in front of you. The first advantage is that you film everything, so you don't need to worry about framing your shot. In post-production, you can directly choose what you want to show. Another advantage is that if you want to film for TikTok or Instagram and you want a vertical format, it's the same. You'll choose that in post-production. So basically you do whatever you want and decide on it afterwards. You can choose camera movements to move around within the image. So it has a lot of advantages. I would say that the main limitation, which is getting better and better, is that right now I'm filming with a phone. You'll never get as good quality with a GoPro or a 360-degree camera. Why? Because it records with 2 360-degree lenses, whereas a device like this, a smartphone, has a lens that's already designed to film in full frame format. That is, if I film in 4K today, I'm filming in true 4K. With this camera, if I'm shooting in 8K, I will automatically have to choose a format. That means I'm going to reduce my field of view drastically. So you'll get a quality that's now very pleasant, but it's never as good as a good smartphone. These cameras are excellent outdoors, you get a great image. Indoors, it's always a bit less good. And the other drawback is that if you ever want to film underwater, this is a camera that technically can go underwater, but doesn't deliver good results. So in that case, if you want to do scuba diving, you'll need to use a more traditional camera, like a GoPro or something similar, which will give you better results. With the 360 camera, the image quality is greatly improved. It's both an advantage and a drawback, but you'll get some really beautiful results. You can really exaggerate the wide-angle effect. It always gives a kind of paradise-like look, which sometimes doesn't match reality, as in the example I'm showing you here. You can also create some pretty fun effects, like walking on another planet or things like that. To sum up, I'll keep it simple. Well, here's my advice. And above all, let me know if you're already interested. And don't hesitate to tell me in the comments like, hey, I use this, I think it's good, or I recommend this model. Don't hesitate to share what you use. But my first recommendation is, of course, the phone. It's lightweight, just take your phone, film with it, and you'll get a good result. My second choice would be the selfie stick. It's really a natural extension of your phone. You can create cool effects. In short, it's very versatile. Number 3, the microphone. But that really depends on your activity. If you do interviews, for example, but it's something that's pretty simple to use. In any case, if you need to talk, explain things, tell stories, or make audio podcasts, it's a great tool. And now for the last one, I'm not really sure what to recommend to you. I mean, the 360 camera is a cool gadget. It gives you results right away that are pretty slick, pretty appealing. Outdoors, it really has a bit of a magical touch. But the drone, as you can see, that elevated perspective, that exceptional view of the landscape, it's simply on another level. On the other hand, you really need to learn, get trained, and check the regulations. It's not a toy and should be used responsibly. You need to have a real interest for it. In the description of this video, I've included links to different brands. It's up to you to choose what you prefer among the different gadgets I've shown you. I'm also including tutorials from people who make excellent videos to explain how to use them, as well as their pros and cons. I hope this is helpful to you. Feel free to share your feedback if you're interested. First of all, if we can keep going in this direction from time to time, opening up to topics that might help you in your daily life. And secondly, if you already use some tools and have good tips, you can really share them with us in the thread. WhatsApp, thank you.